Hare Krishna. Very warm welcome to all the devotees of Saudi. As always, grateful to all of you to give me this opportunity to come and share something with all of you. Very sincere bunch of devotees who continue to practice bhakti amidst all opposition and now amidst war also. So it's a tough time for everybody. But yeah, like what Prabhuji said, that this disappointment in bhakti is it's a relevant topic. It's applicable to everyone, whether you're a senior devotee or a junior devotee or not a devotee. Disappointment to सबके जिंदगी में आता ही है. It comes to everybody. So let us try and discuss about how to deal with disappointment that comes in our bhakti or in our life. It is said that Prabhupada says I think in Ishopanishad, he says that while one should not be enthusiastic to attain material attachments, one should not be enthusiastic to achieve material achievements, but one should be very enthusiastic to attain the perfectional stage of devotional service. This enthusiasm is called utsaha. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavritam Krishnanushilen bhakti uchyate. That a pure bhakti, which is anya abhilashita shunyam. We should be very enthusiastic to uh, attain this pure bhakti. And that enthusiasm is called utsaha. And at the same time, we should not be enthusiastic to attain material attachments. Now, a living entity cannot stop working or acting. He has to act on something continuously. He has to do something. So when a living entity is, in a sense, forbidden from becoming enthusiastic about material attachments, material achievements, so at once then they should be encouraged to be enthusiastic about spiritual achievements, because this enthusiasm is actually, it is a symptom of the living entity. Actually, living entity by nature is enthusiastic. It is only when we come in touch with mode of ignorance and too much association of food in mode of ignorance, or people in the mode of ignorance, or work in the mode of ignorance, then the enthusiasm starts draining from us. It's like it just seeps out of our body. But enthusiasm by itself is a symptom of the living entity. If in a natural state, actually, we are very enthusiastic about everything. You see children, small children, how enthusiastic they are. Tell them to do anything, they're like always, because they have not yet become cynical. कि हाँ हाँ ये तो पहले भी कर चुका है. I've done this like 100 times before. क्या नया बताएंगे? What today is Narsingh Chaturdashi? Same old story they are going to tell. So they are not very enthusiastic, because we become cynical after some time. But if you see small children, you tell them the same story three, four times also, they still enjoy it. They're very enthusiastic because they're not biased, they're not cynical yet. This enthusiasm is like a powerful engine, and if it is utilized properly by devotees, it will give us immense results. So therefore, that enthusiasm, most of the time we apply what little enthusiasm we have. It is like I've got only 50 rupees in my pocket. So I'll use that 50 rupees for something that I feel okay, this is most important. Let me spend the 50 rupees on this. So therefore, enthusiasm actually should be purified. So most of our enthusiasm we use for, in material goals, but actually enthusiasm should be used, like we said, for perfectional stage of devotional service, right? And actually, Krishna comes to this material world, the Supreme Lord. He says, no, paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadushkritam. Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, sorry. Today, since morning, there's been some issue with the internet. It's keeping on getting disconnected. Getting disappointed with the internet connection also. Anyway, so yeah, Krishna also descends to this material world. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So he comes to this material world to enthuse his devotees, to give them a reason to continue doing their bhakti. Because when you get a darshan of the Lord, you hear about his qualities, you hear about his wonderful pastimes. Yeah, you feel enthusiastic. Hey, the person whom I'm doing it for is worth it, Baba. इतना मेहनत कर रहा हूँ मैं. I'm doing so much hard work performing bhakti against the current of the material world. I'm trying to do bhakti. It's worth it. If you see Krishna, like once one disciple of Prabhupada said, that I don't remember the exact words. He said that the working plan of bhakti in this material world may be very difficult. I mean, what activities we do in our life, trying to dovetail everything to the process of bhakti may be very difficult. So the working life is very tough, but the retirement plan is out of this world. One second. Hello? Hello? I'm in a meeting. Sorry. So I should one sec put my phone also on silent. सब एक साथ ही आ रहा है. Sorry about that. Yeah. Krishna, the work in this material world might not be very nice, but the retirement plan is out of this world. So when we actually have the opportunity to get out of this material world and go back to Godhead, getting out of this miserable material world where birth, old age, disease, death, frustration, disappointment at every step, danger at every step, it's a wonderful place. So therefore, so now, while executing this bhakti, what we are saying with enthusiasm, like utsahat, when we are executing with enthusiasm, sometimes one can be disappointed in their service to the Lord. Whatever bhakti you're doing, you can become disappointed. Okay? So let us make this piece a little interactive. That why do we get disappointed in bhakti? Why do we get disappointed, and what all do we get disappointed about? So let us make this interactive. I would love to hear from all of you that why do we get disappointed in bhakti? क्या होता है, क्या कारण है, and what all can we get disappointed about? So let's have an interactive part on this. Those who are online also can unmute themselves and speak, and those who are in the house of Jai Krishna Chandra Prabhu also can do it. Yeah.
Krishna Guruji.
Yes, Prabhu.
One disappointment is कि भाई there is कोई आपका अनुभूति नहीं हो रहा, कोई रिलेशन नहीं हो रहा, कोई जस्ट मैकेनिकली कर रहे हैं, मंदिर जा रहे हैं, कुछ फर्क नहीं आ रहा. So that is
हाँ, that we are doing performing bhakti for so many years. हमारे बाल झड़ गए, लेकिन भक्ति नहीं आ रहा है. Okay, what else? What else we can be disappointed about?
Mostly the expectation is not reached. We are correct to sometimes.
What expectation is not reached?
Some expectation which is not reached. Like sometimes we ask for something materially.
Yeah.
But
So we
mostly
have some expectation, and that expectation is not met. Okay, that creates disappointment. What else in bhakti can we get disappointed about?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, we expect that we will become more noble person, Kam, Krodh, Moh, Lobh, Hatega, but it is all as it is.
Yeah, so this is a practical thing, no? That we expect, चलो भक्ति तो नहीं मिला, भक्ति तो नहीं मिला, वो शायद पता नहीं अगले लाइफ टाइम, अगले आफ्टर 100 लाइफ टाइम्स आई विल गेट इट. बट कम से कम थोड़ा लस्ट, एंगर, एनवी, ग्रीड, एटलीस्ट दैट शुड गो डाउन. वो भी नहीं हो रहा है. ओके, फेयर पॉइंट. व्हाट एल्स? एनीवन एल्स?
Prabhuji, it becomes like a cycle. Like for example, every week we starts with we want to do perfect or as perfect as possible service, and as the week goes, like we deteriorates and come say for example Thursday here we are at the least point. So like there is no progress, like we are just moving like a sine wave or cycle kind of.
Acha. Yeah, so week to week we may come, we may get enthused when we come for the satsang, but then after that, the next 6 days we are outside, and the whole enthusiasm is like push, everything goes away, and we feel very disappointed because of that. Okay, nice. Anything else? Anyone? Why do we get disappointed? Anyone like to comment on why does the disappointment happen? Why? The reason for disappointment.
Expectation. Not meeting the expectation.
Not meeting expectations. So, what is the root cause of disappointment?
Desire.
Patience.
Expectations. So when we have expectations from people, we get disappointed. When we have expectations from a process, I am following the process of bhakti very sincerely for last 15 years. So I have expectation from the process कि अरे बाबा कुछ तो भक्ति का कुछ ऐसा छीटा तो पड़े मेरे पे. Let me get at least something. No, I'm not getting anything. Because I have expectations, therefore I get disappointed. But if I didn't have expectations, then what would happen? After 15 years, what would happen? Suppose, see, we are discussing a case here. Real, let's talk exam real, okay? That we are in bhakti, some are 5 years, some are 10 years, some are 25 years, some are 30 years, okay? We are there for many years basically. After so many years in bhakti, we have expectation कि यार थोड़ा तो भक्ति का symptoms should manifest. A little bit at least my anartha should go down, but nothing seems to be happening, right? So because these expectations are there, therefore I am disappointed. If there were no expectations if I had no real expectations while doing bhakti, okay, then what would happen?
Yes.
Will not be disappointed. Will not be disappointed means no expectation. Then we'll be
Yeah,
neutral at least.
we will be neutral. But if there is no expectations, we are materially conditioned souls, we will not start only. हम लोग भक्ति शुरू ही नहीं करेगा. अरे ये तो दिस टू डिफिकल्ट है. वी विल नो हैव नो एक्सपेक्टेशन. अन्य अभिलाषिता शून्यम. शून्यम मीन्स जीरो. ये तो बहुत ज्यादा. दिस इज टू मच ना. हाउ वी कैन डू भक्ति वी हैव zero expectations. So expectations are always there. It is while we are in a conditioned state, while we are in a material body, we will have some conditioning, we will have some expectations. Could be about anything that I did it, but I didn't get the result, or I didn't get the result on time, or I could be disappointed that I didn't even follow the process properly. Array, I've been in bhakti for 15 years, but all 15 years I've chanted badly only. I have not chanted attentively in any of the 15 years, any of the days in the 15 years, any of the rounds in the 15 years, any of the beats in 15 years. I have always been chanting badly only. So that is also something to be disappointed about. ना कि मैं process ही follow नहीं कर रहा हूँ, कहाँ से result आएगा? Where will the result come from, right? Or you could be disappointed. Someone gave you a service. Prabhu, tomorrow, like Prabhuji just now, I don't know which Prabhuji it was doing the kirtan. He was so engrossed in the kirtan, so nicely he was doing that he didn't realize that time he was like completely engrossed, right? Now imagine if at 2:25 only somebody cut him off, and he's like full flow when he's doing such nice kirtan, bhajan he's singing. Someone just cuts him off. Okay, Prabhu, ho gaya abhi time, chalo, stop now. But I'm not finished the bhajan. No, 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 stop, right? So one may get disappointed. I didn't get to, finish the service. I couldn't do the service. I couldn't do it my way. Or someone may be disappointed that I was disrespected. I came to ISKCON thinking all are nice people here, but they are disrespecting me. They are chastising me all the time, scolding me for something like my mother. They are scolding me, you know. Or you may get disappointed that I did my service, but someone did better than me, or they got better results, or they got better mercy. Gurudev came and embraced them. I have also done, but Gurudev didn't even look in my direction. तो वही सीनियर डिवोटीज को ही एम्ब्रेस मिलता है, हमको तो कोई कृपा मिलता नहीं है. What happened? Someone has come?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Thank
Hare Krishna. Right?
you.
That one may be disappointed that I never get the mercy, that this person gets. Oh, just because he's in the moment longer, but I am doing more service. No, I should get the mercy. So you can be disappointed by a million things, you know. So, yeah, when we actually spend more time in bhakti, what should happen to our expectations? They should go down or they should go up? What do you say? After spending more years in bhakti, see, at the start, I said some expectations are there because those expectations are there, therefore, we are able to start. Oh, by doing this, I'll become a pure devotee. By this, I'll get Krishna Prem. By doing this, anartha nivritti will happen. Oh, yeah, 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 I would like to start. I am very disturbed by my anarthas. So, some expectations we start, but after some years, what should happen to the expectation? Go up or it should go down? What do you say?
Go up.
It should go
It
down. But
should
what is
go
the
down, but
reality?
doesn't go down sometimes.
Yeah, reality is the reverse happen है. Expectation starts increasing. We say, अरे अब इतना साल हो गया अभी तो कुछ होना चाहिए ना. So yeah, this is the nature of the world that while we are living in this material world, right, we have chosen to live here. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So we have chosen to live in this material world. Therefore, there will always be, setbacks and disappointments. Don't be surprised because as long as you're living in the material world and you have expectations from this material world, कि यार ये यहाँ पे कुछ तो अच्छा होना चाहिए. I know I live in Saudi Arabia. It is hot like a hellish planet. But I will keep my house nicely air conditioned. I'll have a nice good car. I'll go in off work in an office which is air conditioned, so I won't feel the heat. I'm okay, I'll manage. So we should understand that we are living in the material world. Even if you're not living in Saudi Arabia, living in New Zealand, okay, which is like Jannat, it's like heavenly planet on this Earth planet. But still, there is misery there also. It's not like they are not miserable. No, they are also miserable. They play World Cup and they lost. They lost to India. So they may be also getting disappointment. Disappointment is everywhere. The nature of the material world. So if you are driving a car, okay, suppose you are driving a car which has got bad tires. The tires are like, fully घिसा हुआ है. The engine is like 15, 20 years old. It's a worn out engine. And, suddenly when you are driving it on some nice, fabulous highway, you know, you should not be surprised na, that the car is misbehaving. Because the car has bad tires, it has a worn out engine, it's going to misbehave. So we should not get disappointed. We should understand that this is the car I have. With this car, if I'm driving, but it misbehave to karega. Same way, when we are born, as we grow up, we have a certain set of skills, okay? A certain sort of skills, certain set of capabilities, that come to us according to our previous life's karma, our desires. According to that, we get certain set of skills. So you will see that, even from a very young age, a very small child, you will see there are some children, I used to always with great envy, I used to see that my children, whenever they play, they just leave the toys here, there, everywhere. कोई और बच्चा आके चुरा के भी लेके गया, उनको पता भी नहीं चलेगा. They never come to know. Maybe a few days later, they'll say, where is this toy? And they'll never find it because it's never put back in place. Okay. Every day they would go to school and, one day डब्बा छोड़ दिया, one day pencil नहीं है, एक दिन रबर नहीं है, एक दिन notebook छोड़ दिया, एक दिन textbook छोड़ दिया. So every day this was there. Okay. And then I used to see other children, some children were there who was so particular, after playing, they would carefully put everything back into the bag. They would keep the bag in the proper place. Their dabba also would nicely go into the bag. Everything was perfect. Perfect. Okay. So when you see such children, you try to tell your children, no, little bit ki, I'm not comparing, but thoda sa to aap us taraf ja sakte ho. No, they'll not go. Now, if you start expecting your child to be like that child, you're going to be disappointed. That's the nature of the material world. So that's why it is being said that we have a certain set of skills, certain set of capabilities, and certain set of circumstances that are there in our life, which is according to our past karma. So now if you are expecting more than that, your car is Khatara car, as they say, and you are expecting to go like, like butter on a nice highway, it's not going to happen. And according to Srila Prabhupada, actually, disappointment in bhakti, it comes when we mix bhakti with material expectation. So pure bhakti, actually, see, एक होता है that, I feel I am not purified. I feel I have not attained pure bhakti. But a different type of disappointment, like the examples I gave, where I wanted this service, but Tanu Mataji got it. I did the service better than Vishnu Surottam Prabhu, but he got all the credit I didn't get. So this is actually mixing your bhakti with material expectation. Pure bhakti is actually not based on any personal success, recognition, any kind of comfort, or any kind of visible results. If you see the behavior of our acharyas, you see the behavior of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, pure bhakti is simply based on service and surrender to the will of Krishna. What my will is not important. What Krishna wills, what he wants for me, he will give me that. He will give me what I need as per my sequence of purification. A devotee does not complain. You see, like we have the example when Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, they were approached in Vrindavan by that big, Digvijay Shastri scholar. So they came to Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami. He came and he said that, you should debate with me on Shastra, and if I defeat you, you have to sign my, this patra. What I forget what patra it's called. Whatever Digvijay patra, that that I have defeated you. Because he knew that they are known as the most renowned acharyas in entire Vrindavan, entire India. So if they get defeated by me, then whole world will come to my lotus feet. He was thinking like that. So he was expecting Rupa Sanatan Goswami to debate with him. But when he went to visit them, what did Rupa and Sanatan do? They said, "Oh, yeah, please give. We have no courage, we have no capability to debate with a Diggaj person like you. You please give where we have to sign. Chalo, take, sign, go. Don't disturb us now. You go away." This man was very happy. He started telling everybody, "Hey, I defeated Rupa and Sanatan in debate. Now, they are, I am better than them." So nobody was believing, but he had that patra where they have signed that yes, we are defeated by this person. So when Jiva Goswami heard this, Jiva Goswami was very disturbed. He is not disturbed that Rupa and Sanatan Goswami got defeated. He knew that they couldn't have been defeated. He knew that they're too humble. They must have not debated only with this idiot. So he said that you please debate with me. And Jiva Goswami completely crushed them. उनको ऐसा वो that pandit was like उसने पूरा चटनी कर दिया उसको, पूरा crush कर दिया उसको. So after crushing him like that, then that person went away, and then when the news reached Rupa Goswami was very upset. He was very angry actually with the Jiva Goswami. He said that you are living in Vrindavan, and living in Vrindavan, you are, doing these kind of materialistic things. He said this is completely unacceptable. That living in Vrindavan, you are, running after fame, position, results, personal achievements. He says you do not belong in Vrindavan. You please leave this place. Now you think Jiva Goswami, when he did it, he didn't even do it with any expectation that, oh, Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami will appreciate what I did. कि हाँ, एक गधे को जो ऐसा बड़ा बड़ा बात कर रहा था, उसको स्मैश कर दिया, उसको डिफीट कर दिया. He was not expecting any recognition. He was not expecting any kind of praise. Nothing. He just did it because he felt this person is actually blaspheming the good name of my guru and my uncles, Rupa and Sanatan Goswami. So he went and defeated. He had no expectations. But still, Rupa Goswami said, you had expectations. You were living in Vrindavan and you're proud person, there's no place in Vrindavan. So he actually sent him away. So, actually, if you see, pure bhakti is purely based on service and surrender to the will of Krishna. If it is the will of Krishna, then Rakhe Krishna Mare Krishna Rakhe ke, surrender. So, bhakti is not for any material results or even for spiritual results. This is a very important distinction we need to understand. Sometimes we feel, yeah, bhakti is not meant for any material results. Huh? Don't pray to Krishna, give me good house, give me good job, give me good wife, give me good children, give me good bank balance. No, 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 no. Don't approach anya abhilashita shunyam, right? No material desires. No spiritual desires also. In one sense, anya abhilashita means don't even maintain any spiritual, expectation ki, hey, if I do bhakti nicely, I will be freed of my anarthas and I will go back to Godhead in this lifetime. That Prabhupada has told. We have faith in the words of Prabhupada, but we don't expect to understand the distinction that we have faith in the words of the Acharya. Acharyas have told us, you follow this process, sincerely do your japa, do not blaspheme any devotees, do not criticize anyone, follow four regulative principles, you will go back to Godhead. Now they have told us, but we don't maintain an expectation कि ये अभी बोला है तो करने का, this life I should be fully purified. Prabhupada has told why I'm not getting purified. Something wrong in what Prabhupada told. We'll never see any mistake in us. We'll see mistake in Prabhupada. We'll see mistake in Guru. We'll start seeing mistake in Shastra also. You know? So, Anya Abhilashita Shunyam does not mean only material desire. Don't have even spiritual. Spiritual desire you can have, but not expectation. You see, there's a difference between having a desire and an expectation. So, tell me somebody, what is the difference between a desire and an expectation? Worth thinking about, na? So same ही हो गया ना, desire and expectation, they're two different things. What is the difference between a desire that I want this and I expect this? What is the difference between the two?
I think expectation comes with the means you do something, then in return you want something. That is expectation. It's,
Yeah, it's a feeling, it's a subtle feeling. I deserve this. क्या मैंने इतना साल जपा किया है, I deserve to be purified. I have served my Guru Maharaj so nicely. I have served the Vaishnavas of Saudi Arabia so nicely. I should be given some nice position now. I should be made a responsible devotee. I should have some position and some title should be given to me. Temple president, satsang leader, kirtan leader. कुछ तो मेरे को मिलना चाहिए. That is expectation. That means you are doing business with the Lord. You are doing business with the Vaishnavas. कि बाबा देखो मैंने इतना किया ना. I gave so much. Now you give me something. Expectation comes from a place of I feel I deserve it. But bhakti is never on deserve. It's very subtle, but it's a fact that bhakti doesn't depend on you deserving anything. It depends on mercy. By your service, by your sadhana, by your sweet Vaishnava dealings, you attract the mercy of the Lord. It's not that I did 70 rupees worth, seva I have done today, okay? 70 rupees worth seva I have done. Now Krishna should reciprocate 70. Let him reciprocate at least 10 rupees. Not 70 rupees, not 70 dirham. Let him just reciprocate 10 dirham. Chalega. It doesn't work like that. There is no spiritual mathematics doesn't work like this. It's completely different. So we should understand as devotees that our bhakti is not meant for material or even spiritual results. What is the verse we read from Bhagavatam? Ahaituki apratihata. Ahetuki means there is no expectation, there is no hetu for doing bhakti. That if I do bhakti, I'll be purified. If I do bhakti, I'll go back to Godhead. If I do bhakti, I'll get this position. Nothing. Devotional service must be without any material motive. If we expect any outcome, position, appreciation, I did so much seva, Baba, कोई appreciate ही नहीं करता है. No one is appreciating my service. or at least don't appreciate. Krishna, at least give me some relief from the difficulty I'm going through, no, right now. So much difficulty I have in my life, So if we expect a certain outcome from what bhakti we are doing, disappointment will naturally come. So that disappointment, when it comes, what should we do? Okay, because disappointment comes, and it has come in all our lives, and all some of us shared also what disappointment we have. अरे अनर्थास नहीं जा रहा है, भक्ति बढ़ नहीं रहा है, कुछ हो नहीं रहा है, nothing is happening, just kind of coasting along or floating in the water, of bhakti. We are not getting anything out of it. So we discussed that having this expectation is different from having a desire. You know, like I have a desire that I want to go back to Godhead. My Lord, I have a desire. I don't want to live in this material world. I have a desire to go back to God. Modern, please, my Lord, I want to serve you in the spiritual world. Or I want to serve my Gurudev. I want to serve the Vaishnavas. I want to chant nicely. I want to chant offenselessly. I want to get rid of my anarthas. That is a desire. But expectation, I have done so much. I will remember Krishna at time of death. He should take me back to Godhead. He should. I have done so much seva for my Gurudev. He should give me initiation. Or he should give me some position in the GBC. कुछ तो position मिलना चाहिए मेरे को. So that is expectation that, I have, it's like I have chanted so nicely. So now I should get ruchi. Now my ruchi should come. Anartha nivritti should happen, and then ruchi should come. So this is the challenge that we have. And if we are thinking like this, disappointment comes. So when it comes, when the disappointment comes, and like we said, it's very natural. Whenever you have any expectation, disappointment is almost around the corner. It's not very far away. So when this disappointment comes, what do? It must be rejected. So it's coming, it's telling you, Dekho, you did so nicely. Still, see, nobody appreciated you. In fact, people are coming and finding fault. You made kheer with so much difficulty. People are coming saying, शक्कर थोड़ा कम था, शक्कर थोड़ा ज्यादा था, इसमें पेरू नहीं डालना चाहिए था, इसमें ये नहीं करना चाहिए था. Somebody will come and give you some feedback. So that disappointment will come, but when it comes, it should be replaced with confidence in attaining the ultimate goal of love of God. And confidence. Don't be disappointed. These setbacks, these disappointments, yeah, one thing we discuss is coming because we have expectations. If we didn't have expectations, we will not be so disappointed. But we also discussed that as human beings, conditioned souls, some disappointment, some expectations are always there. We have expectations from our children, we have expectations from our spouse, from our husband, from our wife, we have expectations from the Vaishnavas. Arey Prabhu, I gave you a seva, at least do it properly now. What is this? Aisa thodi hota hai. So we have expectations. But if those expectations are disappointed, what we should do? You just have confidence. Confidence in the words of Shastra, confidence in the words of Guru, Sadhu, that the ultimate goal, love of Godhead, it will come. Just stay with the process. Don't try to measure your progress or try to measure that क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है. वो वो आपको नहीं समझता. You can't understand whether you are making devotional progress or not. As a pure devotee sees you, they will be able to see. Even we can make out actually. If you really look at it, we'll also be able to make out. Sometimes we feel ki, अरे देखो ना, lust is still not gone, greed is still not gone, anger is still not gone. These anarthas are still there within me. But if we compare with what we were before we came to bhakti, you'll see a significant difference. Yes, lust has not gone, but you're not acting on it so often. Earlier, you might have acted on every time lust came. Every time you felt angry, you would have expressed your anger. Every time you felt, proud, you would express your proud. But now what do? You suppress it, you control it. So that is also progress only. It is not that, ओ यार देखो इतना साल हो गया अभी भी मेरा प्राइड तो आते है, जरा सा किसी ने 2 पैसे का प्रेस किया, इमीडिएटली लड्डू फूटते हैं अंदर से। इमीडिएटली आई बिकम वेरी प्राउड कि हे सी एवरीवन इज अप्रिशिएटिंग माय ग्रेटनेस, माय वाक शक्ति। So you become proud. It's very natural, right? So, but if we are able to control that pride, when it is rising, like, no, shut up, chup ho jao, then yeah, we have made progress. So, what we should do, we should accept that whatever is happening in our life, no, it is Krishna's plan. And Krishna's plan, will it be perfect or will it not be perfect? Will be perfect. Whatever Krishna has planned for you, Prabhupada says in various lectures, Srila Prabhupada keeps saying that if Krishna is providing for the ants, for the mosquitoes, for the wasp, for the earthworm, he is providing for the earthworm for the worm in the stool also. Even the worm in the stool is enjoying what it eats. So Krishna is providing even for them. Why will he not provide for his devotee? For his devotee who is struggling so hard to worship him despite all opposition, despite all struggle. Why will Krishna not provide? Krishna will provide. Have faith in Krishna's plan. There may be some ups and downs in your life, but have confidence. Have confidence that, you know, Krishna only has asked us to surrender, no, not somebody else. Not that our Guru came and told us. We have never read Bhagavad Gita and Guru told us, oh, you must surrender to Krishna. Okay, but you're not very convinced. But we have read Bhagavad Gita also. Krishna only is saying, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. You just surrender to me. Okay? So, if Krishna has asked us to surrender and we are trying to surrender, then don't we believe that he knows what is best for us? Right? So, if there are setbacks that are happening in your life, Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes,
जी
Guruji.
प्रभु जी जी
My video seems to have frozen. Is my video
No,
working?
We can see.
yeah, perfectly,
Okay.
perfect.
For a second, it was frozen at my end. Okay. So if we accept that Krishna's plan is perfect, he has asked us to surrender, and if we are trying to surrender, we may not be very successful. We may not at all be successful in our surrender. मतलब हम लोग सरेंडर करने जाते हैं कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ हो जाता है हमसे. We make some mistake or the other. Okay, but still, if we are trying to surrender, we should also have faith that he knows what is best for us. So if there is disappointment that is coming in your life, even if you are trying to surrender, what does it mean? It often means that Krishna is correcting us. He is purifying us or he is protecting us. We have discussed this before in one of the older classes in Saudi. We have discussed that seeing Krishna's hand in everything. Remember many years back, I think, couple of years back, we discussed seeing Krishna's hand in everything. So even if disappointment comes in your life, you're doing your sadhana, you're doing your service, and nothing seems to be working. Have faith that Krishna has taken charge of your life. So even if you are doing things sincerely and things are not working out for you, bhakti wise, you're not getting services, people are not appreciating what you're doing, your sadhana is all over the place, though you're trying, but it's all over the place. You understand that Krishna is purifying us, he's correcting us, through somebody he's correcting us, or he's protecting us, from becoming proud. If suddenly we get, it's like this, no, that a man who has never seen any money, okay, a man who has never seen any money in his life, suddenly he is given 100 crore rupees. What will happen to that person? Just think, no? He'll go crazy. He won't know what to do. Arre, I have so much riches. He'll go crazy. He'll become proud. He'll become a sense gratifier. He'll go mad. Completely mad he will go. Because now he's got something which he's not ready for. So Krishna will give you that sweet taste of bhakti when you are ready for it. Till that time, thing may happen. You are seeing that years are passing, decades are passing by, but nothing has happened. It is not because you have not made any progress. The Lord feels you're not yet ready. He will give it to you at the appropriate time. So till that time, my friends, don't be disappointed. There's no point. You have to understand that whatever difficulties come in our life, right? And difficulties keep coming; they don't stop. Whatever difficulties come in the life of a devotee, that is actually Krishna's mercy only. And Krishna, it said, na tatyanu kampa tushamikshamano, that verse, that person who accepts whatever difficulties come in the path of bhakti, that person becomes samukti sadaya bhag. That person becomes, the what do you say, appropriate recipient for liberation. That person is a deserving recipient of liberation. So when a devotee undergoes any difficulty in his life, his or her life, he sees it as the Lord's mercy. Yeah, I probably deserve worse. I'm just such a sinful person. I have so many anarthas. What bhakti I'm doing, it may not even be pleasing to the Lord. Yeah, if these kicks are coming in life, Lord's mercy is probably a small reaction. My karma is so much worse, and he accepts suffering that comes in his or her life as the Lord's mercy, as a very small reaction to my karma, and continues the devotional service. So another aspect of looking at disappointment or becoming discouraged because of disappointment is another trick of Maya. To look at it, Maya is trying to discourage you or disappoint you, because if you are not disappointed by anything, you're just continuing in the process. Very quickly you will go back to Godhead. No, we're not yet ready. So थोड़ा time लो भाई, थोड़ा purify हो जाओ. So Maya may disappoint you. It may be a trick of Maya. So if if sometimes when we're disappointed, we get discouraged. Yeah, 30 years is not a short time. 25, 30 years I've been chanting. Where is Krishna Prem? Where is Gaur Prem? किधर है? कौन बोला ये गौर प्रेम मिलता है करके? इसका में हमको तो नजर नहीं आ रहा है. So you will get discouraged. You will feel that no, maybe there's something wrong with the process. Maybe only Prabhupada was pure devotee. The rest of us are not. ये हमारे लिए नहीं है. It's not meant for कलयुग बाबा. ये कलयुग में ना ये प्रोसेस वर्क नहीं होते, बहुत ज्यादा है ये. This is too much for Kalyuga. This is not practical. So Maya will trick you like this. So if at all, because of disappointments that are coming in your life or in bhakti, you are feeling discouraged and discouraged enough to either stop bhakti, stop our sadhana, और टू इवन रिड्यूस इंटेंसिटी. इतना फाइट कौन मारेगा? इतने साल से फाइट मार के जपा कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन कुछ हो नहीं रहा है. थोड़ा हल्का, थोड़ा पिक्चर देखते देखते चैंटिंग करने का, थोड़ा फोन देखते देखते चैंटिंग करने का, थोड़ा we will start doing these things. We may not stop, or we may reduce the intensity of our sadhana or seva. So if this feeling is coming in your heart that so many years have passed, nothing is happening, and I think it's not working, थोड़ा जाने दो यार, मेरे से नहीं हो पाएगा ये. If you're feeling that way, immediately consult some senior devotee, approach a senior devotee and learn from them. Remember the examples. Srimad Bhagavatam is full of examples of disappointment only. There's practically very few examples you'll see in Bhagavatam or even Chaitanya Charitamrita where some devotee, pure devotee wanted something. Matlab bhakti related only. But they got it immediately? No, never. There's always a struggle. Pandavas, struggle. Prahlad Maharaj, struggle. Bharat Maharaj, 2 lifetimes, struggle. But they never felt disappointed in the process of bhakti. Prahlad Maharaj, you can see what is his situation. As a small child, he has taken shelter of Krishna consciousness. His father is first lovingly trying to convince him, then angrily trying to convince him, then trying to kill him. All he had to say is, all right, father, you win. You are the greatest. If Vishnu kuch hai nahi, you are the great. All he had to say was this. He would have lived like a prince. Till his father died, he would have been very happy. But he chose not to. After he chose bhakti over the law, over lordship of his father, he chose the supreme lord. After he chose that, अरे बेचारा छोटा 5 साल का बच्चा, what happened with him? Thrown in a pit of snakes, thrown in the bottom of the ocean, thrown in a fire, hit with sharp spears, thrown under a mad elephant. So many horrible things were done with him. He could have told, no, Krishna, Krishna, this is how you reciprocate with your devotees. Baba, better I don't be a devotee. Better I take it easy, But no, he never stopped. Pandavas, so many, in the Brihad Bhagavatamrita, there is a story, that Narad Muni goes to the Pandavas and says, oh, you are the greatest devotees. He said, Baba, please don't say like this. If you say we are the greatest devotees, people will never become devotees if they see our life. Because so many miseries have come. People see us, they'll not take to bhakti. But they never left bhakti. They never left the shelter of Krishna. So such devotees, these great devotees, they saw adversity as an opportunity to depend more on him. So Kunti Maharani is saying that let more adversity come, let more disappointments come, let more difficulties come, because in these difficulties we remember you, my Lord, and in remembering you, we are able to get your association. So this is the attitude of devotees. They don't get disappointed by anything. They don't feel, discouraged कि अरे इतना भक्ति किया, ये आपने, this is the reciprocation, my Lord. This is not fair. No, they are very happy. They're continuing. So in the same way, the devotee, which is all of us, right? We are not devotees. We are trying to be devotees. The devotee should just patiently follow the rules and regulation of bhakti, of devotional service. Bhakti itself cures disappointment. So one day, that day will come when all of a sudden you will achieve the perfection, all the perfection of devotional service will come. It's like the story of the Chataka bird, no? Puts his head out and waits for the drop of mercy to come. Before the drop comes, so many difficulties come. But ultimately that drop comes. So we should also just be patient in following the process of bhakti, knowing that ultimately avashya rakshibe Krishna. Krishna will surely protect. Says ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paripasate yesham, what is that? Yuktanam yugakshemam vahamyaham. He says that I will preserve what you have and I'll carry what you lack. This is not just for material things, it is for spiritual things also. What you have, He will preserve, and what you lack, the Lord will carry. It's like you're going for some foreign trip, and imagine you have a friend who's coming with you. At the immigration, they ask, do you have a passport? Yeah, I have a passport. Do you have a visa? Yeah, I have a visa. Do you have $100,000? I don't know, $100,000. And the friend says, here, $100,000. Take it. You know. So the Lord will carry what you lack. He'll preserve what you have. Just have faith. Don't lament for any loss or any reverse or disappointment that we have in our advancement in spiritual life. Because this third quality, utsahat, nishchayat, and third one is dhairyat. This patience is the third positive item for advancing in devotional service. When you have patience that no, my Lord will, not, if I am taking shelter of Him, whatever disappointments, whatever failures are coming in my life, no, I'll take it in my stride. So this, disappointment, to conclude, disappointment comes from either gross or very subtle expectation. And bhakti means what? That I am Krishna's servant. Ahaituki apratihata. Without expectation, without interruption. I am ahaituki apratihata, servant of the Lord. So then whatever Krishna does is perfect. And we see Srila Prabhupada himself also, he also showed this in his life personally. Not talking of Prahlad Maharaj or Pandavas, from thousands and millions of years ago. Prabhupada, who passed away 50, 60 years back, he had showed this personally. And he faced illness, he faced opposition, he faced betrayal, he faced financial hardship, he faced so many disappointments. Our Shastra is full of this. Brahmaji also, first persons he created were the four Kumaras. Go procreate. They said, no, we will not procreate. So the creation process only starts with disappointment. But he never stopped serving. He continued his service. Prabhupada also faced so many problems, but he also never stopped his service. So we also should understand that this disappointment comes because we have expectation. It's okay. More than expectation, have desires, have spiritual desires, and keep praying, following the process, praying for the mercy of the Lord. Lord, whenever you think it is appropriate, you can give this to me. Have faith, He will give it to you. If you have surrendered to Him, He will give it to you. You may say, I'm not fully surrendered. Doesn't matter. For Krishna, even you turn to Him, one degree you turn to Him, He takes it as surrender only. Yes, yes, she has surrendered. He has surrendered, like that. So yeah, even in a college, a boy is looking at a girl, continuously is looking at a girl, and that girl is not looking only towards him. Once slightly she turns and just kind of glances at him for like half a second. He was very hopeful. So it is like that only. The Lord is like that person that even little bit we turn towards him, he immediately becomes very hopeful. This person is taking shelter of me. So if we are taking shelter of Krishna, Krishna will take care of us. Okay? So don't be disappointed that you're not seeing results. They will come. Maybe not now, maybe after 10 years more, maybe after 30 years, maybe after next lifetime. Maybe we have too many anarthas in our body. In our subtle body is too much anartha. Okay, so it will take time. So we should be willing to wait. Alright, so I'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna. So anyone has any questions or comments, we can take. Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments, anybody?
Raj Prabhu's question.
Come.
No.
Come.
No.
Ask.
One aspect is that our expectations are also increasing day by day. So that is also one thing. So before first time we don't associate, then we associate, but then we want more. So that is also good thing actually. Having expectation is also in a way very good thing, in a positive manner.
Expectation is not good. Desire is good. Having spiritual desire is good, but expectation comes from a place of entitlement. Why I to deserve where I have been in this moment for so many years. I should be respected. I should get this service. I should advance. Moment this should word comes, no, it's like coming from a place of entitlement. I'm entitled to this. मुझे ये मिलना ही चाहिए. I deserve it. But bhakti is not about deserve. Bhakti is more about desire, more about mercy, my Lord. I don't deserve, still you give me. So that is a safer place to be than having an expectation. So if I have come to a satsang, I can have a desire that I've come to this satsang, my Lord. Now please, let me not blaspheme. Let me at least not hurt the devotees. Let me get an opportunity to serve them. Let me get to serve them prasad. Let me at least put the dari for them. Let me switch on the fan. Let me do something. My Lord, please give me some service. If you desire like that, the Lord fulfills.
But Prabhu, it starts with the knowledge only. Like we come to know that in the God has declared that I will take care of you. That is the declaration in the Bhagavad Gita. He is promising many times many things to the devotees. So by knowing this fact only we associated actually, and that is how. Otherwise, how would we come to know without having the knowledge? Desire, of course, desire is important, but without knowledge, unknowingly, why somebody would associate with the
Correct.
that is
Correct.
what I
Correct. So it's a practical point. that the Shastra gives us a lot of, it creates expectations. The Shastra creates expectations that, well, very simple, Krishna says, Janma karma cha me divyam, evam yo vetti tatvata, tyaktva deham punar janma naiti. Just know that my birth and activities are transcendental. Punar janma naiti. Mameti, so Arjuna. I know, Krishna, your birth and activities are transcendental, but do we know? We don't really. We know it theoretically, but in our heart of hearts, when we read a particular pastime, why Krishna did like this? ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए था. So we are not fully purified right now. Therefore, uh, those assurances that Krishna gives in the Bhagavatam or in the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord gives, the Lord's devotees give. Those assurances are meant for what? They're meant for general people, that Baba, come surrender to Krishna. But for the devotees, those who are actually following the path of bhakti, for them what is there? For them there is Prahlad Katha. For them there is Pandavas Katha. For them there is these kind of stories. That Baba, you may have expectations. Krishna has told that you remember me and you will come back to me. But how intensely we need to remember him, how without expectations we have to remember him. When we read this katha, that's why it is said, no, Bhagavad Gita is graduate study. Srimad Bhagavatam is postgraduate, and Chaitanya Charitamrita is PhD. वो अलग ही level है. It is even beyond Bhagavatam also. There, so despite any whatever happens, they don't give up the association of Lord Chaitanya. When Mukunda is told by the Lord that 1 million times I will not see your 1 million lifetimes I will not see your face also. Right? What did Mukunda do? He started dancing. He said, I will see, I will see. He was thinking that I am fully gone, I'll never get the association of Lord. But I will see, I will see. So the katha that we hear in Bhagavatam, the verses that we hear in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, these are meant to give us faith in the process. But if we are not having faith and we read these stories and we read the stories with a material thing, then Bhagavatam has the ability to even purify our desires. You may approach Bhagavatam saying, I will do Bhagavad Sapta in my house. By doing Bhagavad Sapta in my house, great prosperity comes. Someone came and told you, you did Bhagavad Sapta in your house. But if you read Bhagavatam beyond that Bhagavad Sapta, you continue reading Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam purifies our desires also. So it is like that, that we approach the Bhagavatam, we read these stories, it creates spiritual desires in our heart. That, yeah, even I would like to serve like this, like Dhruv Maharaj, how he, 6 month old, 6 months, within 6 months, he got the darshan of the Lord. I would like to. But then we have to do like Dhruva. We can't do. We know. So we said, okay, let me spend this lifetime. Let me give this lifetime to Krishna. And we have the assurance that our acharyas have given us. If you chant the holy names, remember Krishna at time of death, don't blaspheme devotees, serve them, you will go back to Godhead. So that expectation is not incorrect, but we should not be expecting. We should desire. Now, expectation aate hi we feel कि I should get this. But if it is a desire, then my Lord, please, I really want to serve you. I read this katha in Srimad Bhagavatam, where so and so devotee, despite all difficulty, was able to serve you. My Lord, even I want to have that situation that, I am also going through a lot of difficulties, but mera service damadol ho raha hai, mera service is becoming shaky. So my Lord, please give me the strength to, serve like this devotee. That is the right attitude to have. The stories are there. So there are a lot of stories also where you see, like there's this at the end of the chapter, what is it called that? Falashruti. There is Falashruti in Bhagavatam in many places that if you read this pastime, you will receive pure love of God. You read this pastime, all your material problems will be gone. So this Falashruti is also there in Bhagavatam. It's not meant for the devotees. Devotees have Anya Abhilashita Shunya, not material, not spiritual expectations. Desires can be unlimited, but mostly spiritual desires also, not all will be fulfilled. Our job is to desire and then work on it. If Krishna desires, he will fulfill. If he doesn't desire, won't have. Like that. Okay? Does it answer your question?
Yes, yes, Prabhu, nicely explained.
Hare Krishna.
The
Anybody else?
yes.
Anybody else? Any other questions or comments?
Any other questions? Online devotees?
Thank you for a nice question, Prabhu. That was a nice, very thoughtful question.
Prabhuji, this disappointment, is it emphasizing the importance of patience in bhakti? Or like,
Yeah. Yeah. Prabhupada actually says na, that in bhakti we start with utsaha. So we said no utsaha for material. That's why we started the class. That no utsaha for material achievements, utsaha for spiritual achievements. Right? You should have. I want to do something for my guru. I want to do something for the Vaishnavas. Utsaha. But with utsaha, you need determination also. You need nischayat. You need nischay. That even if there are disappointments, I will, continue doing my seva. And then, even when you're doing with facing all disappointments, and still those disappointments continue to come, then what do you need? You need dhairya. You need patience. Be patient. You imagine it's like a big boulder, big, massive boulder. Okay, one drop keeps falling on it from a river, just one drop. For 100 years or 1,000 years, nothing happens to that rock. But one day, that rock just cracks open. Huge, huge rock is there, but that rock suddenly cracks one day. So our mountain of anarthas is like that rock. Tup, 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 tup. One drop is falling on it with our, very weak sadhana, what we're doing. One drop is falling. So it may take 30 years, 40 years, it may take 100 years, it may take 100 lifetimes, we don't know, but we don't stop dropping. We should think that why I'm putting only one drop, let me put one full glass every day. Then yes, the rock will crack faster. And instead of glass, you start putting one bucket every day, it will crack even faster. And if you start going and standing under the waterfall, in no time that rock will crack. That's what Prabhupada says, no, in one place that one devotee asked, no, Prabhupada, that Prabhupada, how long it will take for us to be purified in this lifetime? Prabhupada angrily says, you don't read my books? One moment you can become Krishna conscious. So yeah, it's all a choice. And how much are we willing to surrender? Accordingly, Krishna, ye yatha mam prapadyante tam satheva bhajamyam. So we don't want to be purified too fast. We don't want. We are like, no, I am okay, Baba. Let me go at my own pace. Krishna says, okay, you go at your own pace. And then we are surprised, Kare, still anarthas are not gone. I still feel proud. I still feel lusty. I still feel angry. I still feel greedy. Well, you asked for those things. So the Krishna is giving it to you. Like, so yeah, patience is very important, a very important aspect of bhakti. That, if you become impatient, that impatience comes from expectations. We may not have expectations, you know, we may have expectations, but in addition to the expectation, we have expectation of time also. तो एक एक्सपेक्टेशन है भगवान से कि भगवान देखो यार, आप मेरे को ना अनर्थ निवृत्ति दे दो, अनर्थ निवृत्ति से आप निष्ठा दे दो, निष्ठा के बाद रुचि दे दो, रुचि के बाद आसक्ति, आसक्ति के बाद भाव एंड प्रेम. You please give me these things. I am doing my bhakti nicely, but you please give me these things. So this is expectation. Okay, I can still understand you have expectation because you have heard so much, you have read these books, so you have expectation. But now you put a timeline to it also. You give me, but you give me in this lifetime only. You, bhai, you're not ready for it. No, 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 no. I want in this life only. Why he should? He is Abhigya Swarat. He is not bound by your timeline expectations. So yeah, we have to be patient. Like, anything else? Anybody?
no, Prabhuji.
Okay. Anyone
Hare
from the
Krishna.
online people? Any comments or questions? Anybody? Or shall we conclude here? All right. So if there's no further questions or comments, I thank you once more for giving me the opportunity to serve all of you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran ki jai, Shri Nityanand Prabhu ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
जय श्री राम सखा प्रभु जी की
Please give us
साधना स्वामी महाराज गुरु महाराज की
Jai.
डिवाइन
Thank you.
ग्रेस एसी भक्तिदान स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की
Jai.
Jai.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
thank
Hare